My name is Amanda Molina. I graduated in 2016 and I'm Associate General Counsel of Artificial Intelligence and Data Privacy at Booz Allen Hamilton. I chose WCL because I wanted a place that was close to the Washington, D.C. area, but also had really advanced academic rigor. From what I saw, not only did they have a very unique founding and being founded by two women founders, but also were just well known in terms of policy and understanding the United Nations and implications of international law. So a lot of it was focused on my international law interest. One of my favorite experiences was the opportunity to go to study at the United Nations. I went to Geneva with our program that was here in the law school. And I actually stayed a little bit longer after the program and worked with an NGO, but working directly at the ILO and studying there really impacted the way I thought, the way I understood how legal regimes worked at both the state level in terms of nation states, but as well as at the international level, and what really happens behind the scenes, essentially. Comparative law was one of the very first courses that made me realize that I was interested in understanding the nuances from different states and how they worked with putting law essentially in a different country, and how transplant law and what that really implied. And Professor Nicola was my very first professor who I got to know really well, and I was her Dean's Fellow as well, so I really enjoyed that class. Professor Wormiel in constitutional law was also fantastic, and I really enjoyed his class. WCL is a unique place, but you have professors who truly care about students and want to be invested in what you're doing or what you're thinking through. I was also a dual student, so I did the dual program at SIS, the School of International Service, where I was getting a master's in international affairs focused on national security and foreign policy. WCL, it gave me that broad array of knowledge that I was already seeing in SIS and then at WCL. And having the professors be so invested, I started to look into different programs and fellowships that existed at the time. So there was a competition at SIS that I ended up winning right out of law school. And this competition allowed me to essentially implement peace in Washington, D.C. So as soon as I graduated, I became this co-director of this program to implement peace called the National Peace Program. And it was sponsored by Raymond Chambers, who was a big donor and was the speaker who essentially gave us $100,000 to implement our program. And going from that to being able to, right out of law school, manage this entire program and operate as a director, to now being Associate General Counsel, it not only taught me business acumen and understanding from a legal perspective, but it also showed me how to interact with people, to understand essentially the interplay of relationships behind the scenes. And so that was something I really saw as valuable. Develop technical skills early on, understand how technology is changing the legal landscape. It's not just changing the landscape, but it's opening up new spaces. It's opening up niche areas of law and seeing how they can take their skill set and apply it into those spaces. The basics of law is still in play, but as these nascent industries start to expand, so will the opportunities. Be bold. We can do anything that we put our minds to, and that's something that WCL taught me to continuously be diligent no matter what comes. I had a unique, untraditional path in my career path, but when I found where, my niche area, when I started to thrive, was really when I started to love what I was doing, and it was artificial intelligence, but it took a while to get there. And in the meantime, I think it's just important to remain diligent and find where you're passionate and what actually makes you want to come to work every day.